Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today, we are going to talk about our Veatch digital refraction system, talk about a little of what is a digital refraction system and how it can impact your practice. So thanks for joining us. Let's start off with a little bit about us, right? Who are we? Who is Veatch Ophthalmic Instruments? For those of you who aren't familiar with us, we started out almost 30 years ago now, 1988, I believe, as a regional distributor out in the southwest of the country. About 20 years ago or so, we launched a new product called Receive It. And Receive It was a really great new digital imaging system. It was the first anterior side digital imaging system that allowed you to transmit images over distance. And that product really launched us onto the national scale. So ever since, we have kind of evolved and grown in many, many different ways. And today we are a national ophthalmic equipment provider as well as provider of service and supplies. And our motto is that we are a company with an eye for good service. We really try and take care of our customers and are known for our exceptional quality of customer service. So that's just a little bit about us. We are also a family-owned and operated company, and all of our employees are extended family in our minds. Let's get into this. What is a digital refraction system? I am asked that question all the time. What is a system? What makes up a system? So let's talk about it. It is basically comprised of 4 different instruments: the autorefractor, lensometer, acuity, and digital refractor. And those pieces work in conjunction to make up the system. When we're thinking about a digital refraction system, oftentimes we think technology and efficiency. And that really is the purpose of digital refraction, is to help increase efficiency within your practice in order to generate more revenues, right? And that all starts in the pretest. First piece is with the autorefractor itself. The autorefractor is designed to help you gather a accurate and quick starting point, right? And the PRK 8000 absolutely provides that. It is incredibly simple and easy to use as well as accurate. It's got some technology built into it that makes acquiring the readings even simpler with the auto capture and pupil tracking. It also has technology built into it that allows you to get readings on even your most difficult of patients, those with implants or scarring or potentially even cataracts. Oftentimes those patients on a normal autorefractor would give you a try again or cannot read type of an error. But with these IOL modes and retroillumination modes built into the POTEC system, oftentimes you can get a reading on even those patients that are most difficult. And most importantly, all of that information gathered is then wirelessly sent into the exam room. This other piece is what you came in with, and it's such a crucial piece to the entire system, in my personal opinion, and that is the auto lensometer, right? What are they coming into this with? And it's a crucial piece for the end results, which we'll get to in a minute, but I say you really shouldn't go without it. The PLM from POTEC is simple and easy to use. It is easy for any technician to utilize, learn how to, or get your reading from your patient's prescriptions. It has an auto lens detect mode, so it's going to automatically detect whether you're using a single vision or multifocal or progressive lens. It has a PD sensor built into it, so it's going to automatically tell the instrument whether you're reading the right or left lens and differentiate those two, as well as tell you the pupillary distance in the lenses. And then again, that information is all wirelessly transferred into the exam room. Next are going to be the acuities. And the acuities, I think, is oftentimes a overlooked area of a digital refraction system. But yet it's incredibly crucial. If you don't have good, crisp, clear, then your visual acuity or your entire exam really is mute. The PLC has been designed with a very sleek, modern type of a design. It's very thin, all one piece, and mounts directly to the wall. It includes a wide range of optotypes. You're going to get your Snellens, numbers, literate E's, tumbling C's, as well as updated pediatric optotypes, and all your numerous different tests, including color vision tests, stereopsis, phorias, so on and so forth. The PLC has been designed to add additional functionality, and one of those is the slideshow feature. So you can take a standard USB or memory stick and load onto it really whatever you would like, whether that be images for children or marketing material for your practice or educational slides. You know, maybe you've got a dry eye center you want to promote. Whatever you'd like to put on there, you can do that and present it in the slideshow feature. It's also fully adjustable, so it can fit and accommodate any exam room, whether that be, you know, if your exam room can accommodate it, you can mount it either directly in front of the patient, or it can be reversed to be used with a mirrored system. And then again, of course, it all connects to the digital refractor wirelessly. The piece de resistance, right? The exam. The PDR 7000 is the digital refractor in our digital refraction system. It has been designed for maximum efficiency and comfort. The control panel, which you see there on the left, is what controls everything inside of the digital refractor itself, so basically the lenses. That has all been designed and laid out for maximum ergonomics, so that you can place your hand in a comfortable position that's not going to cause you any further pain. It gives you instant access to your data. So again, instantly you can bring in the information from the pretest right at your fingertips. It has a nice and intuitive layout, so everything is kind of well thought out. You've got all your data information in one section. You've got lens manipulation in another section. You've got chart controls in another section. So it's really simple to learn how to use and to use on a daily basis. And again, the digital refractor was built for efficiency, so that you have everything at your fingertips. You now are no longer having to reach for certain things or grab for things or make inputs into your computer, because it's all at your fingertips. You've got your chart controls all right there, and you see what your patient sees. You're controlling your lenses right there from your control panel. You've got access to your pretest information right there at your control panel. So it's all really, again, designed for maximum efficiency. So how is digital refraction then different than manual refraction, right? Like, what does this thing do that your manual refractor does not do? In most cases, it provides all the same functionality that your manual refractor does, with some added benefits, like having that pretest data at your fingertips, right? So with the press of a button, you can load into the digital refractor your autorefraction reading or their previous lens reading, and all of that will be presented to the patient in a blink of an eye. You can do personalized exam sequences. Although, you know, every human being is different, I think that we will all agree that we oftentimes are doing the same exam over and over again, right? You know, you present the same chart, isolate the left eye, and, you know, present sphere, or whatever your personalized exam sequence would be. And, you know, maybe that changes slightly for a child versus, you know, a presbyopic patient. But you can customize those and program those into your digital refractor so that you can go through that same exam sequence each and every time. You can have up to 10 different personalized sequences. There is also an added astigmatism test that is not available in a digital refractor with the addition of a dual cross cylinder. I'll get into a little bit of that in a moment, so I'm not going to go into it here, but it is an incredibly great feature that you do not get with a manual refractor. Same thing with enhancements to the add power. When you're doing add power testing, you can hit one button and the banks of the digital refractor are going to automatically converge, A light is going to come on, so you don't have to pull down the overhead light. And you can start off with a predetermined age norm. So, based on your patient's age, it'll throw in a +1 or +2 or so on and so forth to give you a better baseline to start with, and again, maximize your efficiency and speed up your exam process. And then, of course, there's the money button, which is my favorite part, and that's where the lensometer really comes into play. You can instantly show your patients their previous prescription versus their new prescription. And again, we'll get into that in a minute. Then there is the EMR integration. You spend all kinds of money, resources, and time to implement an EMR system into your practice, right? So you want to maximize that the best that you possibly can. And having your digital refractor and pre-test equipment interface with your EMR is key. So at the end of your exam, with the press of a button, all that information that was gathered instantly sent over to your EMR. Let's talk a little bit more about that dual cross cylinder. For those of you who may not be familiar with a digital refractor or have never seen or used one, most digital refractors do now come with what they call a dual cross, or sometimes referred to as a split prism. This is a fantastic test for astigmatism. It's a really pretty simple concept. What it's doing, it is presenting both sides of the Jackson cross to the patient at the same time, just as you see here in this image. So now you can really reduce the numbers of, ones and twos, threes and fours, and can you show me that again? Or wait, go back to that one. Because you're showing both sides at the same time, it's very simple and easy to see. Number one, are you seeing two images? Which one is clearer, or are they about the same? Because if they're about the same, then you're done and you can move on. If they're not, that's fine. You just rotate and bracket until they are the same. And then again, your test is done and you can move on. It significantly reduces the numbers now will dramatically increase your revenues in your optical. It is just fact. Because even a minor change, even a quarter of a diopter, is suddenly very prevalent when you can instantly show it to them. And you do so by just a simple press of a button. That LM stands for lensometer. So that's going to pull in the lensometer reading. And then you hit final, and that will show them what they need now. And you can go back and forth as many times as needed, but it is a fantastic addition to your practice. So why go digital, right? Why are people wanting to add digital refraction to their practices? I could probably go on for hours and hours of all the reasons as to why, but I decided for your sake and mine to just select my top 3. So the number one reason that doctors are coming to me and telling me they want to put a digital refractor into their practice is the wow factor. I hear it over and over again. Not only does it just have a major impact on your patients when they walk in and they see this new technology in your exam lane, but they talk about it. They tell their friends. They tell their family. And it really helps to increase not only your referrals, but your patient retention. It also helps to separate you from other practices in the area. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. I'm sure that you have. But the chain stores have been hitting this one pretty hard. And so it shows that you're keeping up with the times. You're not allowing the optical down the store or down the street to outdo you. The next is the hard one, the actual pain that it takes to practice. I don't know if you guys know this, but our practice, or our profession, has one of the highest injury rates in the world. And it is due to the fact that our bodies were not intended to hold our arms up in the air all day long. So oftentimes it leads to neck, shoulder, and back pain. Sometimes doctors don't really realize that that's what's causing these pains, but it is. It's a fact. And I hear it more and more and more, and it's just heartbreaking. Oftentimes a doctor will come to me and tell me that they literally have to get a digital refractor or they will no longer be able to practice. They'll either have to sell or close or whatever, and it's just heartbreaking. But fortunately, we can save you from all that. Not only can we eliminate those pains if you're already experiencing them, we can prevent you from never having them by implementing it early. And last is revenue generation. All of that fantastic efficiency that money. It's really that simple. Of course, some practices prefer to use that extra time in other ways. Some doctors wanted more time to spend with their family, or golf, or watch Netflix, or do whatever you want to do. It's your time. You use it how you want, but it certainly can be used to make you more money. We have a really great calculator on our website that you can go through and kind of put in your own real-time figures. And when we do consultations one-on-one, we do this with all of our doctors. Since I can't do that live here, I'm going to just show you visually. It's really pretty simple. Basically, most of my doctors tell me that they're able to see at least 2 to 4 more patients per day per room once they've added a digital refraction system. For the purpose of this, and so that you can see a number I think that you could probably wrap your head around, I try to keep my calculations very, very conservative. And so I went with just 1 more patient, right? If I could get you to see even 1 more patient per day, and you only have 1 exam room, and let's say your exam fee is $50, and about half of your patients require glasses, and on that you make about $100, right, per glass. Well, then that means that you're going to be able to generate $25,000 more per year. I'll let that sink in for a second. That means that in that first year, you've not only paid for the system is making you money. And again, that is on a very conservative scale. I really am not joking when I tell you that most of my doctors tell me that they can now see 2 to 4 more patients per day. So that can add up really quickly. So I ask you then, how can you afford to wait? How can you afford to wait to add this technology into your practice? How much money are you willing to let walk out the door before you add this to your practice? How much pain do you want to go through before you add this to your practice? I know I wouldn't wait much longer. I'd do it now, do it today. Just kidding. So that really pretty much wraps it up. That's basically what a digital refraction system is, what it can offer you in your practice, and some of the basics of why people add these every single day. I know I'm probably not able to answer all of your questions, so I think maybe it would be better to just do this on a one-on-one basis. For those of you who are interested in learning more, have more questions, or want to talk to me a little bit more about digital refraction, you can book a consultation with me at the link on the screen now. It's the calendar link. It links directly to my calendar and will show you any open slots that I have available. We can go ahead and book a little 15-minute consultation and talk about how this can improve your practice. Let us help you generate some more revenue for your practice. Again, I really appreciate you guys all joining with me today and listening to me gab a little bit about one of my favorite subjects. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Thank you so much.